me waking up earlier, staying up late, allowed me to just, look into deals. And a lot of it's just, what technology is, a text message or an email and just,
Yep.
following up. So, I didn't have to be on the phone too much. And me just, being in sales, I'm on the phone all day anyway. So just, reaching out to realtors, agents, etc., just to find deals. So it wasn't that hard at all.
So listen, all you lazy people out there who's procrastinating, say, I don't got time. You got an hour a day. You got something
to do better in their business, but I also have to
I don't know how to do it.
We actually just got another question here from Fugi TV. But who is your realtor that you use?
Man, y'all went all the songs, man. It took me years of trial and error, spending all my money. I'm giving up all the songs.
Why do you think they're here, man?
No, again, I'll put it in the Facebook group, but her name is Danielle. I can't pronounce her last name, Strowski. She's great. So I would say also, if you're looking to get into real estate and haven't, you want to look for an investor-friendly realtor, not just a realtor that may just be for a good first-time home buyer. That there's definitely a difference between the two. I'll say that. And
how did you know the difference between a investor-friendly realtor and a regular realtor?
Trial and error again, man. So with the first two properties I bought, we were working with a realtor that was a family friend. I think she knew everything, like textbook, like the process and the flow of how to go from beginning to close. But it's the savviness of for the investor of being able to haggle on the deal or include things, ask for things off. And then also, mentioning that once you buy a property, the property taxes are uncapped. I didn't know that at the time. So I'm dealing with that now, 2 years later after buying the property. But it was just certain questions that we had and the answers we were getting were like, I don't know if this is going to work as we try to scale to 20. So again, reach out to my man Jay, let him know hey, this is what we're dealing with. We're looking for someone that might, be able to help us scale and have some deals. They're working with other investors, etc. Insert Danielle. So I reached out to Danielle saying, hey, we're looking to buy up to 5 properties ASAP. What do you have? And she was like, hey, I have this tire landlord. He has 15 properties. Here they go. And that's how we got those last 2.
Wow, that's awesome. So
and she was just good at being able to, let us know what we should offer it on. If they came back and countered, what to say back, how to add, contingencies in there to make sure that we got our EMD back if things didn't pan out. She made us feel comfortable, and we felt that everything that went out was in the benefit of us at the end of the day.
And that's what a true realtor should be doing.
Definitely.
Okay. So Junior Sanchez from Facebook group, thank you for joining, by the way. How much can I get Section 8 for a 2-bedroom unit?
So for our 2 units, we're getting $1,212 per month. Tenant pays everything except water. And we have two 2-bedrooms, and they're both at $1,212 a month.
Got it. All right. Honestly, I think that's on the higher end side too. So I was thinking only about 1,100, honestly. Yeah. So
our tenant placement person is really good. That one I'm keeping that card to my chest. That took me a little while.
That's okay.
So that took me a while to find him. We get 1.5 security deposit. I will tell you this, if you're looking for veterans, they have an incentive program right now where they'll give you 2 times the rental amount as incentive for taking in a veteran. So one of our doors, we have a veteran in there. So we got 1.5 times security deposit, $1,212 a month, plus an extra $2,400 just for taking them. Another incentive program. I'm not sure if every agency does it, but if you take on a tenant that has some mental issues, they'll give you an incentive for that as well.
Nice. Okay. So maybe we'll talk offline about who that tenant placement is, you know. But that Fugi TV, I don't know your real name, but he said I'm out of state too. So thank you for sharing. So
No
and
doubt.
that's the whole reason why we do this, so we can all share and be prosperous. So
Definitely.
now with what you're doing now, you're at, you said 8 doors.
Correct.
Okay. So you're looking to get to 20. Okay. So all the deals send your way, you know, I'll try to find as many
Please.
as we can, because now you're full time. You left
Yep.
your 9 to 5. All
Yep.
right. And how hard was it getting those 8 with and doing your work, with your 9 to 5?
It actually wasn't hard at all, man. So like I would just carve out a couple hours of my day, putting on my calendar for during my lunch hours or like after work. So that the 3 hour time difference definitely helped. So
Yep.
waking up earlier, staying up late allowed me to just look into deals, and a lot of it's just with technology is a text message or an email and just
Yep.
following up. So I didn't have to be on the phone too much, and me just being in sales, I'm on the phone all day anyway. So just reaching out to realtors, agents, etc., just to find deals. So it wasn't that hard at all.
So listen, all you lazy people out there who's procrastinating, say, I don't got time. You got an hour a day. You got something. All right. Put it to work.
Definitely.
Put it on do not disturb and do whatever you need to do. All right. But you need to have good goals and go towards them. You need to take one step at a time, because it may, it may take you longer than if you did it full time, but at least you're going forward. As long as you're going forward, right?
Exactly. I was talking to my brother the other day. He was, rubbing shoulders with this billionaire guy out in Belize. He owns like 10,000 doors. And he was like, dude, how did you do it? He said, one door at a time. You start with one door and just keep moving. Like you said, start with one and just keep knocking them down. But definitely,
that's true good advice.
It starts with the mentality. If this is something that you actually want to do, if you want to, get out of your 9 to 5 or just have some comfort in, taking over and having control of your life, I would say it starts with just the mentality, and then from there, like you said, just not being lazy. If you do have to drive to work, if you're sitting in traffic, listen to a podcast. Listen to an audio book about real estate. Call some realtors, and join different groups. That's all I've been doing.
Join our Facebook group, Metro Detroit Off Market Real Estate Group. We got over 6,700 people in there. Okay. It's not all about me. I'm telling you that. Like, I love this podcast. Don't get me wrong. I get to meet people like Dean over here, but you ask your question in there, somebody's going to answer it. You're looking for a deal. Somebody's going to be posting a deal in there, but it's also not only my group, but it's also going to be other groups too, So, just keep moving and keep moving forward. So, Robin Barnes from Facebook says facts. And then Junior says he's 28 years old. He has 4 doors at the moment.
That's what's up, man. Congrats on that. Keep going.
Dude, keep going. Congrats. So now what we're going to do now is tell me what you're, he said he's also a roofing contractor.
Okay.
Hell yeah. So, now what are you planning on? You're trying to get to 20 doors.
Yep.
Do you have a set goal towards that? Like, how are you going to get to that? And now that you said since January, you went full time, right?
Yeah, full time. And it's just every day. So every week I want to be under contract for like 4 to 5 homes. That's okay. Well, at least I'll say this. I want to put an offer in on 4 to 5 homes every week. I want to get that up to probably like 10 to 20, because the last 2 weeks I probably put in offers for like 15 or 20. Only 2, came back with any interest. There are definitely some lowball offers, but like again, like it's definitely a little fear in that, because I want to make sure I have enough cushion to make some mistakes while I'm going into this.
Yeah.
But that's the goal. So every day I probably spend about 3 to 4 hours just going on the MLS, looking at the wholesalers list, and just seeing what's out there, and
Yeah.
if this is an opportunity. And at first I was kind of like getting a little, was it analysis paralysis, but now I'm like, let me put in an offer. If it gets accepted, I'll give myself a 7 or 10 day due diligence, and I'll send my team out to go analyze it. If it's a deal, we'll go forward. If not, we'll just back out of it. But at least I have it under contract, or at least I'm making some progress on it. Is that the best move? I'm not sure, but it's, it's, we'll see.
So one thing that I learned is this: if you want to start off with, all right, my goal is to do, I need to make, say I need to make five offers in a week.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you split that up. Okay. I want to be able to make 1 offer a day.
Yeah.
1 offer a day. Then once you get comfortable doing that 1 offer a day, make it 2 offers a day, then 3. And then you'll slowly, soon enough, you're going to be making 5 to 10 offers a day. Not everyone's going to be accepted, but you're going to be making offers that favor what, for you to make money. And it's just a numbers game at that point.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
So, and essentially that's what we do as wholesalers too. Like when I cold call, like I just got to call enough people. I'll get a deal somehow, some way. I just got to call enough people, Now how much is that enough? I don't know.
Yeah.
Law of averages, right?
You gotta have thick skin for that too.
Exactly.
For wholesaling.
So
you're gonna get cussed out a couple of times.
Oh, I've been cussed out. I've been called a racist. I'm just over the phone. They don't even know who I am. And they're calling me a racist. Like they're calling me thieves. They're calling me this, that. I'm like, well, thank you. Have a great day. Click. All right. Put back on the list to call.
I've been thinking about getting into, wholesaling and cold calling, but like I'm burnt out from cold calling, man. I've been 10 years in sales of different companies and cold calling and just hearing no over and over again. Like that's a numbers game. I'd rather pay the wholesale that extra $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 profit you guys are getting and just kind of take it from there.
So I'm going to tell you this, and if you want to learn more about it, that's great. But I would develop systems like you are for your properties. Develop systems where you can hire somebody to do it. Now all you're doing is the follow-ups, not necessarily the actual cold calling.
Yeah.
So things like that. But if you want to learn more, by all means, let me know. We'll talk more. Okay. So, all right. But that's what I do. It's
you have VAs? Do you use any virtual assistants?
I have used VAs. Yeah. Okay. I don't at the moment, but I have used them.
Okay.
And I love them to death. So like a VA I'm going to be honest, like a VA is awesome.
Okay. And
you train that VA. As long as you train that VA on how to do it, they're going to do as well as you train them.
Yeah.
Okay. So D'Angelo said hiring for those positions as well and just manage the team and systems. He said it's a job, most definitely.
Yep.
So so how you're going to try to put in as many offers you can to try to get to those 20 doors by still making money, by still doing anything you can. Here comes the other question is how can our group, our people that are watching right now help you get to that point?
Send me deals. Send me what you have.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah, whatever. If you're looking to sell, send me what you got. I'm looking at it. I know my buying criteria is brick, 3+ bedrooms. I'll look at 2+ bedrooms. West side only. I'm from the west side. I don't deal with the east side too much. Anything you have on the west side, I'm interested in looking at that.
So you don't like frame houses, do you?
No, at least not. I mean, I have one. Also have tried selling it a few times and, no bites. I even gone down the price. But I mean, just like the aesthetic of the brick and just, how long they last and, it's just more valuable. And I'd rather have that. Because at the end of the day, when I get 40, 50, I don't look into my portfolio and, have a really impressive portfolio that looks nice. They're in, good neighborhoods, etc. So yeah, I'm right now just sticking with brick only.
Okay. Because the one thing about frame houses in Detroit, you can get them at a lot lower price and they cash flow like crazy.
Yeah.
So they can.
Yeah.
Because even with Section 8 tenants, you can still get a really decent amount of rent in a frame house.
Yeah, I
So
agree. I think I'll look
yeah.
at, like, again, my hope, I'm like really tunnel vision on 20 doors. This is my buying
Yep.
criteria. I think once I get there, I'll start dabbling in other things.
Yeah,
But
they're just not good for resale. So you don't want to do it on a flip or anything like that. That's the only issue.
yeah,
So they have to be cheaper. And any wholesalers watching right now, there is a difference in Detroit between brick and frame.
yeah, definitely.
And if you don't know what I'm talking about, hit me up. My number's right here. All right. I'll explain it to you, or go look at my past podcast. It's probably explained to you before. So, now, have you been to any meetups over here in the Metro Detroit area
No, I
when
actually,
you come in
I know,
town?
I know in the Detroit, I just missed the one. I think it's like every third Thursday. I had just missed
Okay.
that one. I was coming in or coming out of town, but I have
Okay.
not. No, it's definitely on my list to do for sure.
Awesome. So if you do come in town, let me know. I'll let you know about any meetups that are happening in the area.
Okay.
And we can kind of go from there. So, but would love to, see what we can do about, I want to get you that 20 doors as much as possible,
Yeah, I appreciate it. Whoever you have
but
that you think, send them my way, please. I'm
so
online 24/7.
most definitely. So we got a little bit of time left. What trials and tribulations did you face while you're working your job and doing this investing? So we started off in the beginning. We got, what you did in the beginning. Any other horror stories or things like that you can? I know we can go on forever, but this is the end of the episode. What do you want to leave it on?
I would say for me, again, I think at the beginning of this, I mentioned, like, I've always wanted to own my own company. I didn't want to go work for someone. And then, bills are real. So I would say, like, every job that I have, even if I was like, making decent money, I was comfortable. I knew that I was like selling myself short. I knew that's not what I wanted to do ultimately. Um,
Yep.
I had this idea of who I should be at, this age, at age 40, at age 50, and me working for this company was not it. It definitely helped me, and I'm appreciative for it. Allowed me to, invest and get to where I am now. But every day I would wake up and I just kind of feel like I was letting myself down, letting my family down, because this isn't what I ultimately want to do. And, my time is dependent on, the owner of the company. If I had to fly out of town for a sales conference, if I have to hop onto a impromptu meeting, I didn't have control over any of that. And then,
Yep.
once COVID happened up till now, all these layoffs, you can go get a job tomorrow. I had a friend that they got laid off. A month later, got a job. 2 weeks after that, got laid off again. So it's like,
Wow.
taking control of your destiny. If, sitting down and being real with yourself and what you really want to do, you have to go for it.
Yep.
Worst case, you can always go find another job. Even if it's not the job you want, you can go find a job somewhere. If you had to go work at Chipotle, McDonald's to, support your family. So for me, it was more of the mental piece, the frustration of, all right, at what point is Dean gonna hop off the fence, put his big boy pants on, and do this 100%? And I think, luckily, I think it's a blessing that in January my company was like, hey, laid off. It's like, all right, now this is a sign. This is the time for me to do this. I'm lucky enough that my rental income supports, all of our expenses, or the majority of them. So I'm not stressing to have to go find another job right now. And let me put 100% of my efforts in on this, and I can't lose. I think when people have, see on Instagram, like, don't have a plan B. If you don't have a plan B, like, you have to put everything into this one basket, and hopefully you don't fail. So that's kind of where my mentality is now. Like, don't have a plan B. Focus on this 100% and see where it goes. And I think I've gone through enough trials and tribulations and have learned enough, have built my network, and have a team that I can get to where I want to go.
Yep.
So that's kind of where I am now.
So, did you have any metrics that you wanted before you went to full time? Did you have any metrics of, hey, I need to be at X number of dollars coming in of cash flow to make sure before I go full time? Obviously, you were forced into it a little bit,
Yeah.
but did you have any of those metrics thinking about that forward?
Yeah. So what I do every month is I sit down and look at like what are my like just living expenses between
Mhm.
just utilities, car note, etc. And that was my number. So that then also having to call and figure out how much is insurance to cover myself and my family, and that
Yep.
was my number. So I was like, all right, let me. That's why we kind of reached out to Danielle. I was like, hey, we need 3 to 5 houses as soon as possible because this was last year and I thought that I was getting laid off. Luckily, I had a little bit longer before that
Yep.
happened, and I was able to add those 2 properties, which paid for our health insurance, which paid for some of our utilities. So
Yeah.
that was my number. So I'm lucky enough to be able to have gotten to that. So now I can focus on this plan A 100% versus having to think about this plan B and going to get another job that I'm not going to be happy at, knowing that I want to go
Mhm.
do this other thing full time.
So you had, did you meet that by time you got laid off? Did you meet that metric that you planned?
Yeah, we made it last June. We were able to meet that goal thanks to those last 2 properties that we picked up.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was a blessing.
So
So my wife's biggest thing, I'm blessed that she trusts and believes in me.
yeah.
She's like, as long as we have health insurance, go for it. So that
Yep.
was the first thing I did was make sure that our health insurance was covered. And we're also very frugal, so our family calls us the penny pinching Parkers. So we have 1 car. We eat at home. We don't buy into the luxury.
That is not a bad thing. I'm telling you.
So
It is not. People want you. Listen, I'm going to tell you, people on the outside, they're going to give you crap about it
yeah,
and say, I tell people this, unless you're going to be coming to pay my bills, don't say shit.
yeah,
All
exactly.
right.
And we
So
still get
I
the
tell
go ahead.
I tell people like when they're like, well, why don't you have any kids? Why don't you have any kids yet? Why don't you have any kids? I said, because I want to be stable in my household.
Yeah.
My income needs to be stable. Oh, it doesn't cost that much. I go, are you going to pay my bills? Are
Yep.
you going to pay all of that? No. So shut your mouth.
Yep.
And sorry to me to be rude about that, but it's just straight. You got to be straight with people,
Yeah.
you
That's
know?
100%.
And they either respect it or they don't. And if they don't respect it, they don't need to be a part of your life, even if they're
Exactly.
family.
Exactly. Yep. And I mean, we from the beginning. So, living in California, cost of living is expensive. So,
Yeah.
my wife bought a studio out there, 460 square feet. That's
Ooh.
that was we both live in there. So that definitely living there for years with her, we knew all right, we can marry each other because we can survive
Yep.
living in this small space. But I mean, we were
Yep.
living there, we're paying each like $600 a month towards the mortgage. I was working remote, so I sold my car, so we we're saving money and all the extra money that we did have, put into a separate account and didn't even think about it. Saved up some money, bought a house in LA,
Mm-hmm.
stayed there during COVID. Property values went up during COVID. People were just buying because
Yep.
the interest rates were low. Sold that and then moved up north to San Francisco. And same thing, we're saving money here and just investing all of our income or money that we do have towards
That's awesome.
our real estate portfolio.
So you're in San Francisco area, in the Bay Area right now?
Yep, yep.
All right, I need to come visit you now.
Don't come right now, man. The weather is, I don't know if I can curse, but it's shitty up here. It's been rainy
Oh,
for
it'll be a while. I come
yeah,
during summertime.
yeah, come in the
So
summertime, man. Yeah, definitely come out here. I'll take you out, go eat. I don't know if you drink or not. We'll go out.
I'll most definitely. I'll have a drink or two.
Okay, there
I
you
don't
go.
get smashed or anything, but I'll have
No,
a
man,
drink or
I'm
two.
not gonna do
So
you like that now.
yeah. Last time I've been in, I don't want to keep you on here too long, but last time I was in San Francisco, it was 10 years ago. I was working on a cruise ship, and we are coming back from. I spent a whole summer in Alaska. So basically, I was working on the cruise ship, and so we did a whole tour in Alaska.
Okay.
I was a photographer actually on the cruise ship. That was my job.
Damn, nice. Okay.
Yeah. So, and one of the stops coming back was in San Francisco, and so it was a repositioning cruise coming from Alaska, going through the Panama Canal back to Miami. So,
Dang, okay, you're out there for a minute.
yeah. So it was. I mean, I did it for around a little bit over a year. So,
okay.
Nice. And basically, we spent about 6 months on, a month off, and then so on and so forth. So,
okay.
But that was the only time I've been to LA or been to San Francisco.
Okay.
And I was walking distance and things like that. So,
okay.
It was fun though. It was fun.
Yeah. Next time you come out here, man, definitely hit me up. Let me know.
All right. So, what we're gonna do? We run out of time here. I want to be respectful of your time here as well. How can, if anybody needs to get a hold of you or wants to send you deals, how can they get a hold of you?
Please send me an email. Email address is 460flips@gmail.com. The number 460 spelled out, flips with an S.
Okay.
gmail.com.
Awesome. Sweet. And then if you can't get a hold of him, send me the deal and I'll wholesale it to him. So,
see, that's why I'm scared of you wholesalers, man.
No, I wouldn't do you like that. So, but I would wholesale you a deal. So
I'm waiting.
But it's gotta be work. It's got to work on both sides. So
I got you.
But all right. So I'm gonna bring you down real quick. Stay back after. We'll talk in a minute. All right.
Sounds good. Thanks, Randy.
I appreciate you coming on.
One thing that I've always wanted to do. I want to say, if you guys like this channel, click right here and subscribe.
Heck yeah. Please. I always forget to say that.
I always wanted to do that, man.
Yeah, click down there and hit subscribe.
There you go.
Hit subscribe button, comment down below for what you need. If you're watching the replay stays on. If you are somebody who's watching right now, send this video to somebody you think that would enjoy it or they can gain some value out of it. Please like, share, subscribe, all of that. So I always forget to say that at the end of the
Gotcha,
video.
man. I won't even charge you for that. That was on the house.
All right. I appreciate that. All right. It was awesome. Honestly, everyone, thank you for joining me. It was really awesome having Dean on here. And I know that you guys got a ton of value out of this. If you like this video, please do hit comment. It shares with the algorithm, things like that. And we'll go from there. Now, if you want to get a hold of me, if you want to do any JV deals, my number's right here at the bottom, right there. Yeah, right there. And we can work together, things like that. And I'm happy to work with anybody or at least give any type of advice or anything like that. So with all that being said, let's all do deals together. Have a good night.
There was once a day that I would pray for you. I'd go and misbehave just so you'd notice too. Sneaking looks up and down from across the room. And damn, what a hell of a view.